Abdali Grammar School, Oxford Mathematics, Averages of Statistical Data, Chapter number 17, Lecture number 7. So let's start today's lecture. So firstly, we are going to see the definition of mean. Mean is average of data. It is obtained by adding all numbers in the data set and then dividing by number of values in the set. So class, in mean we divide the sum of all data with the number of data. Okay? Formula for this. Formula to find mean of any ungrouped data is mean equals to sum of the numbers by total numbers. As we read in definition, in numerator we will find the sum of all numbers, and in denominator we will count the total numbers and we will write them. So it is a way to find mean. So class, if you have grouped data, which means your data contains some intervals and frequencies and it is arranged in a table, so the formula for mean for such data is mean equals to sum of, this sign is called summation sign. It is used for sum of. Mean equals sum of fx and divided by sum of f. So here we can see that where summation sign means to sum, f means frequencies, and x means midterms of our intervals. So let's start solving the questions. The number of passengers on coaches traveling along 12 popular scenes route are 29, 42, 45, 39, 36, 41, 38, 37, 43, 35, 32 and 40. So these are number of coaches that are traveling on 12 popular routes. So what we have to do, we have to find mean number of passengers in these coaches. Okay, let's start our solution. Now we know that how to find mean. We will write mean formula for our problem, which is we have to find mean number of passengers. So we will divide the sum of number of passengers with total number of routes. So what is the sum of passengers? We will sum all the values of data, and in denominator we will write total number of routes, which are 12 routes. So we will solve it, we will plus in the numerator and the answer will come as 457. And then we will divide it by 12 and we will get 38.1. Okay. So now the next question is, here we can see our data is grouped. So class, here is our next question in which the heights measured to the nearest centimeter of the plants in a nursery are recorded. So class, we can see that here our data is in grouped form, like we can see a grouped table here. So firstly, they have given us heights of plants in a centimeter range, and then they have given us number of plants. So what we have to find here, we have to calculate an estimate for the mean height of the plants. So class, we have to find mean here. So let's start our solution. Firstly, we will draw our table, like we will write all the heights that are given in us in the table. So these are all the heights and the number of plants will come in F tab. Okay? Any number of anything will become in F tab, which is frequency. So we will write all the corresponding frequencies here. So here we have done with rewriting our table data. So now we have to find midpoints in our data. So class, what are midpoints? Midpoints are the midpoints of our interval. Like from 0 to 10, what is our midpoint? We can see that between 0 and 10 the mid value is 5, and in 10 to 20 the mid value is 15. So in 20 to 30 the mid value is 25, and in 30 to 40 mid value is 35, and in 40 to 50 our mid value comes as 45. Okay, and then we will find fx. Why we have find mid value? We have find mid value to find fx. We need fx to find mean in group data, as we have seen our formula for mean in group data. So let's calculate fx. So to find fx, we have to multiply f column with x. So we will multiply 4 with 5 and the answer comes as 20, and then 6 multiply 15 comes as 90, and 14 multiply 25 comes as 350, and 6 multiply 35 becomes 210, and 10 multiply 45 becomes 450. So class, here we have find all the required data. So now there is just need to calculate it. So class, now we are going to find total of some values. We need some because we see that in formula of mean for group data there is sum of f and sum of fx. So we will find the total here. So total for f that we will plus all the column of f, which means we will plus 4, 6, 14, 6 and 10, and answer will come as 40. And then we will find fx total. So we will sum all the column of fx and answer will come as 1120. Okay. So now we have find the sum of the values, and now we will just simply put our values in the formula and then we will done with mean. So let's do it. Here we have done till finding the values, so we will write our formula. So here formula for mean is mean equals to sum of fx by sum of f. So we have find the sum of fx comes as 1120 and sum of f comes as 40. So now we will simplify it and the answer will come as 28. So it will be in centimeter because in question we can see that heights are in centimeter. Okay. So now we are moving to other part of the same question. So the statement is a plant is selected at random. At random means they have randomly, they have without any certainty they have choose a random plant Find the probability that the plant is not taller than 40 centimeter. Okay, so let's do it. So let's start our solution. So a question will arise is that what is probability? So class, for your understanding, probability is number of chances, that how many chances are there for a certain event to occur. So we have to find chances, that there are how many chances that the plant will be selected is not taller than 40 centimeter. So firstly, we will write that for what we have to find probability, we will write for probability in P, and in bracket we will write that what we are finding. We are finding a plant not taller than 40 centimeter. So class, for this we have to review our table that we have created. So in our table we can see the values that in first interval the height is still 10, and in second interval the height is still 20, in third interval the height is still 30, and in fourth interval the height is still 40. So after fourth interval the height will be greater than 40, which means it will be between 40 and 50. So we will not count last interval. We will count the frequencies of our first four intervals, which are 4 plus 6 plus 14 plus 6, and we will divide it with total of frequencies, which is 40. Okay, so this is the way to find probability. We will divide all the chances that a plant's height is less than 40 with total frequency. So it becomes as 30 by 40, and when we simplify it we will get 3 by 4. So these are the chances that a plant is not taller than 40 centimeter. Okay. So let's move to the other question. So here is our question. 100 lorries are required to transport raw material from a quarry to a construction site. The time taken in minutes for the lorries to travel from the quarry to the construction site using a fixed route was recorded. So class, we have 100 lorries and we have to transport some raw material from one side to other side. So they have recorded the time in minutes. So we have to see it carefully. It is our data, times taken in minutes. Like in 116 to 118 minutes, one lorry is transported, and in 118 to 120 minutes, 6 lorries are transported, and in the interval of 120 to 122, 23 lorries are transported, and so on. Okay. So let's start its solution. The question is, we have to find an estimate for the mean traveling time of lorries. Okay, so this is our part 1 of our question. So let's do it. Let's start our solution. We know how to find mean for group data. Firstly, we will rewrite our table's correspondings as it is time taken in minutes, and after that we will write number of frequencies as F. Number of lorries will come in frequency. So we have to write all the frequencies, and after writing frequencies, what we are going to do? Yes, we know that we have to find now mid value, which is between 116 and 118, which will come as 117. And between 118 to 120, what comes? We know that between 118 to 120, 119 comes, and so on. We will find the mid value for all the values. Like for 130 to 120, the middle value will be 131. So now we are done with finding our mid values, and now we know the next step. Yes, we have to find fx. So now we will multiply f value with x value. 1 will be multiplied by 117 and it will remain as 117. 6 will be multiplied by 119 and it will answer 714, and so on. 23 will be multiplied by 121. 28 will be multiplied by 123. 27 will be multiplied by 125. 9 by 127 and 5 by 129, and then 1 by 131. Okay, so now we know that. What is our next step? Our next step is to find total of f and fx. So we will plus all the f column and the answer will come as 100 because we have 100 chlorines total. So here you will see that if your answer comes as 100, it means you are doing correct job. If it is not 100, it means you have done some mistake in writing frequencies. So now we will find total of fx, which is 12352. So now we will put it in mean formula, which is sum of fx by sum of f, and we will put sum of fx 12352 and we will divide it by 100, and the answer will come as 123.52 minutes. So previously we have seen answer in centimeter because the heights were in centimeter. Now in the question time was in minute, so we have to write unit of minute with it. So now we are going to see next part of the same question, which is to find the fraction of lorries which took less than 124 minutes to travel from the quarry to the construction site. So let's do it. Firstly, we will see that how to find fraction of lorries. Can you think about? So we have to find the fraction of lorries only for the lorries that took less than 124 times. So like probability, this is exactly something same like that. So we will review our table first and we will see carefully the mid value, that how many fraction of lorries took less than 124. So we can see that 1, 2, 3 and 4 lorries took less than 124, and after fourth lorry our middle value, our interval value becomes greater than 124. So we will plus all the frequencies of these first 4 and we will divide it by total frequencies. So let's do it. We will plus the frequency of 1, 6, 23 and 28 and it will be divided by total lorries, which are 100. So the answer will come as 58 in the numerator and 100 will remain as it is. And now we can simplify both numerators and denominators on the table of 2, like 229s are 58 and 250s are 100. So it cannot be further simplified. So it is your answer. Okay. So class, thank you for watching. Like and subscribe our YouTube channel, which is Abdali Grammar School Official.